This is what anything around you toxic. And I'm not telling you just to cut people off, because I feel like, you know, we got to get people help, but people have to want to be helped, guys. People have to want to be helped. You have to understand that. I always relate this to, like, I remember I was drowning in the water at a mud run. You probably heard me tell this story in my book. I remember myself drowning, and obviously I got saved. But the reason I got saved is because I wanted to be saved. Like, if I didn't want to be saved, I would have drowned, right? No matter, you know, how bad somebody wanted to save me. So I had to do my part, and I got saved. And it's the same thing with people, man. Like, you have to realize, like, people have to want to be saved. You can pray for them, speak into their life. You can exhaust all the options that you want to have. Excuse me, that you want to give. But at the end of the day, it's like I said before, what you continue to accept without any repercussions will continue to take place, right? What you continue to accept without repercussions will continue to take place. Now, I hope that you get that person, whatever that toxic thing is, as much help as you can. Hopefully they'll get delivered. But at the same time, what you continue to allow will continue to take place. So you have to set firm, healthy boundaries on what you're not going to accept, period. And that might be harsh. It might be seen mean. People might call you cold-hearted. People might say you change. But at the end of the day, you have to protect your soul. And these are things that we talk about, like at the Rare Breed Academy. You got to protect your soul, because if you don't protect your soul, your life will be ruined, and you'll become a victim of that person's situations, of that person's addictions, of that person's, you know, hard times and struggles. So I would say everybody in here, like, you got to get to a place where enough is enough, and you got to say, you know what, this is where the line is drawn in the sand, and I'm not going to accept anything less than my standards. Do you really, like, believe in yourself? Like, believe in you. And I know it's hard to believe in you when you don't have people around you believing in you, things that you went through, told you that you're not going to be nothing, maybe how you grew up. But who you were don't have to be who you are. Who you are don't have to be who you become. You know, there's a quote that I love to say: you're a choice away from a new beginning, just a choice. When I look back in my journey, it wasn't some magic decision that changed my life. It was a choice. It was a choice that I wanted to do better. It was a choice that I said that, you know, I don't want to accept this anymore from myself, from other people. It was a choice that I said, I'm going to dedicate my life to rehabbing my life. There was a choice that said, I'm going to get the most out of my life. And so even with this year, when 2021 came around, I wanted to be the greatest version of myself. I feel like I was progressing to it, but I wanted to be the greatest version of myself. You know, I want to experience that, because life is too short, man, not to. What's up?
Hi.
What is good? How you doing?
Fantastic. To all the people that are saying it can't afford it, not to be harsh or rude, but we make time for what we want to make time for. We spend the money on what we want to spend the money on. And if it's going to benefit you and help you, go for it. If it's going to make you feel better, go for it. I don't have any makeup or anything on because I just got a facial tonight. It made me feel good. Go for it. If it's going to make you feel good, you know what I mean? Thank you. We appreciate you. I've shared everything with my friends. We always get the text messages, and it's mind over matter for a lot of it. You have to just keep doing you, and no one else can change that.
Absolutely. What's your name?
Marissa.
Marissa, I appreciate you for sharing that and just being so transparent. And you're right. You know, I'm very sensitive to people in their time. I mean, that's why I give so much as I can for free. I come on these lives and give so much. But you're right. When we look at our life, you know, and it doesn't have to be Rare Breed Academy or what I'm doing, but just like, man, you know, even if it's a book, somebody, oh, I don't have money for a book, but we'll have money to, you know, invest in fast food for a week. You know, a book is $20. And for some people, I know $20 is a lot, so I respect that. Some people don't even have that. But I just always, you know, when I prioritize my life and I put my goals and my standards and things that I wanted in my life at the head instead of things that just made me feel good, my life changed. You know, my life, and what you invest in is what you'll get. There's a thing called ROI, return of investment. And the seeds that I've been planting for the last decade are now starting to harvest, because I say, you know what? Let me stop doing that. Let me stop investing in that. Let me stop investing in that circle, in that, you know, in that destruction, in that, you know, things that really don't help my life. And let me start investing in the things that I know will bring to my life. And whatever that is, you know, maybe it's coming on here. Maybe it's, you know, I watch YouTube videos every night. I read books. I do all these things, audios, because I want to meet the greatest version of myself. And so that's why I was like, tonight, I just want people to experience it. Like, scholarships away, like 15%. Like, so it's a good chance.
That's awesome. Yeah.
You know, because I want you to have it and experience it. So, question.
And if you read some of the comments, like, you know, a month or two ago, I would be saying the same stuff, but I've been waking up every morning, working out at 6:30 virtually with friends, meditating, manifesting, listening to your, you know, reading your text messages, listening to different things. You have to pour into yourself because you can't pour from an empty cup. And everyone can sit there and say, oh, I'm not happy because this, I'm not happy because that. This one made me feel this way. This one made me feel that way. It's up to us. I feel so much better this year because I've been pouring into myself more through those different avenues. You have to find what works for you and for you to feel that good.
Absolutely. You have any question for me that you want to ask?
I don't. I just wanted to say thank you, and the whole, you know, if you can't afford it, you can, don't buy that Starbucks. Make your coffee at home and, you know, things like that. But thank you so much, and yeah.
Awesome. I appreciate you so much. Keep making the world respect.
I appreciate you. Have a great night. Thanks.
Appreciate Marissa. I'm just asking you, like, to get in tune with what we're doing.
My name is Pansy. I want to know, how do you just get started? Like, when you decided to write a book, how did you do it?
Got you. Yeah, and it's actually right here. So I actually get chills every time I put it on my desk so I can see it, because just a little back, I never grew up wanting to write a book. I didn't really read books. And I remember my college professor at Baylor, it was an English class, and she pulled me to the side. I wrote a paper, and she said, you have a really great skill at just telling story and just communicating and writing. She's like, I think you have a future in it. And obviously at that time, I was not trying to hear it. I was like, okay, cool. I don't want to be a writer. But it came to a point when, you know, just me and my journey with RehabTime, me doing these lives since 2010, and then the audience, you know, you guys asking for a book. And how I got started was, you know, I didn't work with the title first. All I did was I went back over my content, and I thought about, okay, what do I want to leave here if I ever left this world? Like, if my grandkids pick this up, my kids pick this up, like years from now, what could I put in written form that I know could help people? And the greatest you came to me, because I feel like so many times in life, and I've been guilty of it, that we just accept who we are. Like, and I just was fascinated over, like, man, I wonder what the greatest me looks like the greatest me, health-wise, spirit-wise, mind-wise. Like, man, I wonder the greatest father, husband, I wonder what that looks like. And so I just started to work backwards in my book. And I wrote down a few chapters that I wanted to speak on. So protecting your peace, you know, facing your reality, understanding your purpose. And I just put it like that. So I would tell you to, one, ask yourself that question, like, what's really passionate in your life that you would want to leave here? And then maybe just write down an outline of 10 things that you want to discuss and talk about. Let's get it.